Okay, to make this super simple shower heater, all you need to do is buy some threaded galvanized pipe. You can make it as long as you like. This one's about half a meter, 550 mil. You could even use slightly smaller pipe if you like. I had to replace this section because I stole it for another job, but really all it is the gal pipe with some copper hoses that your shower hoses can connect to. We just use a small 12-volt shower pump with this clear hose, and that just slides straight over the copper. If you need to, you can also buy these little cheap adapters from 13 to 10 mil hose if your hose is smaller or larger. This being about 10 mil. All I did was buy one of these compression unions. You're supposed to use the copper olives for heated water, but these plastic ones have held up for years because the water doesn't actually get that hot. So once you've threaded your pipe into your elbows, see there's a female and a male to create the U shape. All you need to do, take your olives, put them over your pipe, feed them a short distance with your Russian hammer, feed them into the gal pipe, and then this nut tightens down and squishes that olive, makes a good seal. You can use sealant in here to stop any water leaks, but I find they just sort of rust up and seal themselves over time. And you don't really need thread tape here because the olive is actually what seals it. If you need to cut your copper pipe, you can buy these cheap little cutters. You just put them on the pipe and work away and they cut the pipe. That's about it. Probably takes 10 minutes to make one at most. Next step is heating up. Okay, we're now ready to hook it up. And it's a good time to talk about one of the problems with this is you need to have your pump near your fire, which means you need power near your fire. I definitely recommend getting a bit of this 2-core, some alligator clamps, making your own extension lead like this. We use it for all sorts of things. So this comes along, just goes into the cigarette socket if you're parked closer. And that's the cable that comes with this particular pump. This is the companion pump. It has a switch and into your jug of water. So it might not be immediately obvious, but the way this works is you pump the water through the heater while it's in the fire back into the jug until the water has reached the temperature that you want. Then you can pull the heater out. You can even move this then, and then you have your shower once the water's reached the right temp. I'll just show you quickly how we set it up. This is the wrong hose, it's way too long, but it's all I could find. Keep this in its own bag because this soot will get on everything. I never use hose clamps, I just sort of rely on the friction of the plastic hose on the pipe. It never comes off. There's not a lot of pressure anyways. This smaller hose can be a bit difficult to get on there, so I've rounded this or chamfered it with a bit of sandpaper or grinder. It would probably be easier just to use some of this bigger hose with an adapter, but I'll just struggle on. So it's on there nicely. It doesn't matter which way around they go. The water just goes in and out through the fire. Okay, next step, the fire. couple of bits of this easy to burn stuff that smells like spit, and some of this real tough stuff just to give it that flavour. That's a joke. Okay, that should be going enough. Took about 10 minutes just to get to that size. Now the head goes back in the jug so that the water can recirculate. Now it's important that the water is circulating through the heater before you put it in the fire, otherwise it will get too hot. The water that flows through it actually keeps it quite cool. And now we'll see how long that takes to warm this approximately 20 litres up. Alright, it's been 5 minutes. I haven't added any more wood to the fire, and the water that's coming out is now hot enough to use for a shower if you were to use it here. But if you wanted to take the heater out of the fire and take this tub elsewhere, it's still only just warm. Maybe another 5 minutes. Slowly burning down. Decided not to put any more wood on because it's summer here in Queensland, Australia, so the water was already only, say, 18 degrees. But that one little fire has got that ready to shower, and I'd say that took about 12 minutes and about 10 minutes for this fire to get big enough to put the heater on. That's already cool to the touch. Just from the water keeping it cool. I'd wondered if putting this galvanized pipe into the heat, into the fire, and then running the water through it might leach some of the galvanizing chemicals or anything, but this was already cool to the touch almost the moment I brought it out of the fire, sorry. So that especially the metal on the inside, it would never get hot. Would never get hot enough to affect this. Probably even gets hotter in your home hot water system. So there should be no chemicals in this water whatsoever. And this will just last forever like this. One little bonus, this sticky wood ash tannin oil, it makes your car smell like a campfire, which is a nice little bonus. What do you think about hot water?